There is a particular kind of fear that arrives only in the quiet of the night. It is not the fear of an abrupt ending or of a door closing on life. It is the chilling, creeping fear of the pages of your own story slowly going blank while you are still trying to read them. The fear, not of an ending, but of a slow, quiet unraveling of the self you have always known. It's the small, sharp panic that flares in your chest when a name momentarily escapes you, or you walk into a room and forget why you are there. In the daylight, it is a fleeting annoyance, but here, in the dark, each instance feels like a tremor, a warning of a much larger earthquake to come. This is the terror of unbecoming. And if you are listening to this, you know this feeling intimately. You know the weight of it. What if the very essence of you, the core of who you are, is not stored in the fragile filing cabinet of the mind? What if the self you are so afraid of losing is actually held in a place far deeper, far safer than memory alone? Tonight, we will explore this possibility. We will journey together into a space of peace that exists beyond the mind's grasp, a sanctuary that is always available, even when thoughts feel uncertain. Before we begin, just a quick moment. Write in the comments which part of this world you're listening from right now, and what time it is where you are. I'm curious, are you listening in the quiet of late night, or perhaps in the early morning hours when sleep hasn't come yet? Just leave a word or two, and then settle in, because this time right now, is entirely yours. Let the world outside fade away. Let the screen go dark. And now, let's begin by simply arriving right where you are. In your bed, under the weight of your blankets. Allow yourself to feel the solidness of the mattress beneath you. It is holding you completely. You do not need to hold yourself up. You can let go into its support. For so long, perhaps years, your body has been in a state of quiet, constant vigilance. A low-level hum of alertness, always scanning, always checking. It's the posture of someone trying to hold something precious and fragile together with sheer force of will. Let's notice where that vigilance lives in your body tonight. Bring your awareness to the tiny muscles around your eyes. Have they been strained, as if trying to peer into a foggy future, trying to read the unwritten? Give them permission to soften. Let the eyelids feel heavy, gentle, still. They have seen enough for one day. Now bring your attention to your jaw. Is it clenched? Is there a tightness there, a subtle bracing against what might come? This is the body's way of holding back words of fear, of preparing for an impact that may never arrive. Gently, allow a small space to form between your upper and lower teeth. Let the tongue rest softly in the bottom of your mouth. With this small, simple release, you are sending a signal to your nervous system that in this moment, right now, you are safe. There is nothing to brace for. There is only the quiet of this room, the comfort of this bed. Now, let your awareness travel down to your shoulders. Notice if they are creeping up towards your ears, carrying the immense weight of responsibility, the burden of what if. They have been carrying this load all day, and perhaps for many, many days before that. On your next exhale, simply let them drop. Feel them release, sinking down and away from your ears, melting into the surface beneath you. You are giving them permission to lay down a burden they were never meant to carry into your sleep. This isn't about forcing relaxation. It is a far more gentle process. It is simply about noticing the tension, acknowledging the tremendous effort it represents, and then lovingly inviting it to dissolve. You have been on guard for so long. The part of you that acts as a sentinel, the one that replays conversations searching for slips, the one that quizzes itself on names and dates, that part has been working without a break. It believes its vigilance is what keeps you safe. And tonight, with the utmost gratitude for its hard work, we are going to invite that sentinel to take a rest. We are asking it to trust that for these next few hours, its watch is not needed. There is a deeper wisdom in you that can take over. A wisdom that resides not in frantic thought, but in the slow, steady rhythm of your own breath. Let's become aware of that breath now. Don't try to change it or control it. Just notice it. The gentle rise of your chest or belly on the inhale, and the soft, complete release on the exhale. Each breath is an anchor to this present moment. The anxious mind loves to live in the future, a future filled with frightening possibilities. But the body, the breath, they only know right now. And right now, as you breathe in, you are safe. As you breathe out, you are secure. There's nothing else you need to be doing. Nothing to solve, nothing to figure out. The only task at hand is to feel the sensation of your body breathing. This simple act is profoundly grounding. It is a message sent directly to the most ancient parts of your brain that the perceived threat is not here. The lion is not at the cave entrance. The danger the mind is rehearsing is a story, a phantom of time. The truth of your existence in this very second is peace. It is the feeling of the air on your skin, the gentle weight of the blanket, the sound of your own quiet breathing in the stillness of the room. Tonight, we set a clear intention. The intention is not to fight the fear. Fighting it only gives it more energy, more power. Instead, our intention is to find and connect with the part of you that is already peaceful. The part of you that is larger than the fear. Imagine a vast, deep, silent ocean. The fear, the anxious thoughts, the forgotten names, these are like waves on the surface. Sometimes choppy, sometimes turbulent. But they are not the ocean itself. The ocean is the immense, quiet, powerful depth beneath. Tonight, we are not trying to calm the waves. We are simply allowing ourselves to sink beneath them into the silent, peaceful abyss of your own being. This is the part of you that fear cannot touch. This is the essence that does not depend on a perfect memory or a quick mind. It is the silent witness that has been with you through every single moment of your life, long before this fear ever began. So as you settle deeper into your bed, make a silent promise to yourself. For tonight, you will release the exhausting job of trying to control the uncontrollable. You will put down the heavy tools of self-testing and worry. And instead, you will entrust yourself to this deeper intelligence, the intelligence of your body, which knows how to heal, the wisdom of your heart, which knows how to love, and the quiet presence of your essence, which knows how to simply be. You are letting go of the need to hold your world together with your mind and allowing yourself to be held by a peace that is so much greater, a peace that is your birthright, a peace that is waiting for you now, just beneath the surface of your thoughts. Now, in this quiet space you have created, let's turn gently towards the fear itself, not to wrestle with it, but simply to understand it, to name it. So much of its power comes from the fact that it lives in the shadows, a formless, nameless dread that whispers in the dark. By bringing it softly into the light, we can see it for what it is. We can separate ourselves from it. The fear, at its core, is the terror of unbecoming. It is the fear of becoming a stranger in your own life story. We spend our entire lives building a self, a narrative. It's woven from memories, experiences, relationships, skills, and the quiet, continuous inner monologue that says, "I am me." This story is our most precious creation. The fear is that the ink will begin to fade, that the chapters will become jumbled, and that one day you will look upon the pages of your own life and not recognize the handwriting. It is the fear of looking in the mirror and seeing only a vessel, the resident of the house no longer home. It's the terror of the I dissolving, leaving behind only a collection of disconnected moments and impulses. This is a profound, existential dread. It's not about the body failing. It's about the narrator of your life falling silent. It is the fear that everything you are, everything you have ever been, is held in a fragile web of neurons that could, one day, simply let go. And with that fear, the mind, in its attempt to protect you, conjures images. It plays little horror films for you in the theater of your imagination, hoping that by showing you the worst, it can somehow prepare you. Let's acknowledge those images now, without judgment. Let's see them without letting them consume us. There is the image of a conversation with a loved one, perhaps your child or your partner. You see their face, a face you have known and cherished for a lifetime, and in the movie of the mind, a blank space appears where their name should be. You feel the flush of panic, the desperate search through the mental files, only to find them empty. And in their eyes, you imagine seeing a flicker of pain, of confusion, of pity. That is a devastating image. The fear paints another picture, one of simple, daily tasks becoming insurmountable mountains. The confusion over how to use a fork, the inability to dress yourself, the frightening experience of getting lost in a neighborhood you have walked for 40 years. It's the loss of competence, of the quiet dignity that comes from being able to navigate your own world. It is the fear of becoming utterly dependent, a child again, but without the grace of childhood innocence. And perhaps the most haunting image of all is the one of the empty stare. The image of sitting in a chair, the world happening around you, a television playing, people talking, but none of it connecting. The inner world, once so rich and vibrant with thoughts, opinions, and feelings, has grown quiet and gray. It is the fear of being locked inside, unable to connect, unable to express the love that still resides somewhere deep within, a ghost in the machine. These images are powerful. They are terrifying. It is completely natural that they would steal your peace and keep you from sleep. They are the mind's expression of your deepest attachments to your loved ones, to your independence, to your very self. But here is what we can do right now. We can create a safe space to view these fears from. Imagine that you are sitting in a comfortable, safe room. And on the far wall, there is a screen. These images, these little movies of fear, are playing on that screen. They are not happening to you. You are here, in this room, safe. You are the observer. Notice your breath. It is still rising and falling. Notice the blanket on your skin. It is still soft and warm. Notice the solid support of the bed beneath you. You are here. The fear is there, on the screen. By doing this, you create a separation. You are not the fear. You are the one who is aware of the fear. This is a crucial distinction. You are the vast, calm awareness in which the storm of fear can rage without harming the sky itself. From this place of the calm observer, we can look at these images with a kind of gentle compassion, we can say to the part of us that is so terrified, I see you. I see how scared you are. I see the terrible pictures you are painting, and it makes so much sense that you are frightened. Thank you for trying so hard to protect me. This isn't about agreeing with the fear or believing the images are your destiny. It is about ending the war within yourself. It is about acknowledging the presence of this deep terror without becoming its prisoner. For a moment, just rest in this awareness. You are the witness. You are the safe container. The fear is an object within your awareness, like a stone in the palm of your hand. You can observe its texture, its weight, its sharp edges, without it becoming your whole hand. It is simply something you are holding, something you are noticing. And as you hold it this way, from a place of safety and gentle curiosity, you might notice that its power begins to diminish. It is no longer a monstrous, all-consuming entity. It is just a feeling. A powerful, painful feeling, yes, but just a feeling. And like all feelings, it can be held. It can be witnessed. It does not have to be you. You are the loving presence that is witnessing it. You are the quiet room in which the movie is playing. And in this quiet room, you are always, always safe. There is nothing you need to fix or figure out. Simply allow yourself to be the space for it all. The fear, the breath, the stillness. You are big enough to hold it all. As we rest in this space of gentle awareness, let's bring our attention to the sheer effort involved in carrying this fear. It is not a passive experience. It is an active, demanding, and utterly exhausting job. Let's acknowledge the weight of this constant vigilance. Think about the mental energy you expend every single day. There is a part of your mind that has taken on the role of a hypervigilant guard, constantly patrolling the borders of your cognition. This guard is on high alert for any sign of a slip, any crack in the facade of normalcy. It's the part of you that, after a conversation, immediately replays it. Did I use the right word? Did I trail off mid-sentence? Did I forget a crucial detail they just told me? The conversation isn't just a moment of connection. It becomes a performance, a test that you must grade yourself on afterward. This is exhausting work. The mind is not designed for this level of relentless self-scrutiny. It's like having a critic sitting on your shoulder, commentating on your every thought and utterance, creating a constant, low-level hum of anxiety. Consider the little memory tests you give yourself throughout the day. What was the name of that actor? What did I have for lunch on Tuesday? Where did I put my keys? For most people, these are fleeting mental queries. For you, they have become high-stakes examinations. When the answer comes quickly, there is a small, temporary wave of relief. But when it doesn't, a jolt of adrenaline, a flush of cold fear, courses through you. Each moment of forgetting feels like evidence, a data point confirming your deepest terror. So you search harder, you push your memory, you try to force the information to the surface, turning a simple cognitive process into a stressful ordeal. This constant self-testing is like repeatedly picking at a wound to see if it's still there, a process that doesn't allow for healing or peace. It keeps the nervous system in a state of chronic activation, always ready for a threat, even when the threat is just a forgotten grocery item. This vigilance is not just mental, it has a profound physical cost. Let's return to the body, that wise and honest historian of all our experiences. Where does this relentless effort live within you? Feel again into your shoulders, often held tight as if you are physically bracing for bad news. Feel into your chest, where your breathing may become shallow and quick, as if you can't quite take a full, deep, trusting breath. This is the breath of someone on high alert, ready to run or fight at a moment's notice. The body doesn't know the difference between a real tiger in the grass and a feared possibility in the mind. It reacts to the thought of the tiger with the same cascade of stress hormones. Your heart may race at unexpected times, triggered by a simple moment of forgetfulness. Your stomach might feel tight, digestion disrupted, because in a state of fight or flight, rest and digest functions are considered non-essential. Perhaps you feel a tension in your jaw, a subtle grinding of your teeth at night. This is the body's primal way of holding on to control, of gripping tight when the world feels uncertain. It is the physical manifestation of a mind that is trying with all its might to hold itself together. All of this requires a tremendous amount of energy. It is a leak in your life force, draining away the vitality that could be used for joy, for connection, for creativity, for rest. It's no wonder that you feel tired. You are not just tired from your day. You are tired from the monumental, invisible work of being on guard, 24 hours a day, against a future that has not happened. You have been carrying such a heavy load, simply trying to hold your world together. Let that statement sink in. You have been carrying such a heavy load. It is not an imaginary burden. It is real. Its effects on your mind, your body, and your spirit are real. And tonight, you have permission to acknowledge the full weight of it. You don't have to pretend it's light. You don't have to tell yourself to just think positive or snap out of it. That would be a dismissal of the incredible effort you have been making to stay afloat. So, for a moment, let yourself feel the weariness, not as a sign of weakness, but as a testament to your strength. It takes immense strength to carry this level of anxiety for so long. It takes incredible love for your life and your mind to fight so hard to protect them. The vigilance is a distorted expression of love. It is the part of you that cherishes your own consciousness so deeply that the thought of its diminishment is unbearable. The guard on the wall is not your enemy. It is a terrified part of you, trying to do a job it was never equipped for. It thinks that by staying awake, by worrying, by constantly checking, it can somehow control the future and keep you safe. And tonight, we can offer this part of ourselves, not criticism, but compassion. We can silently thank it for its tireless, albeit misguided efforts. We can say to it, "I understand. Thank you for working so hard. But for tonight, your watch is over. I am safe. We are safe. You can rest now." Imagine this vigilant part of you as a tired soldier. You are gently taking the heavy helmet from its head. You are helping it unlace its stiff, heavy boots. You are leading it to a comfortable place to lie down. You are assuring it that nothing will be missed while it sleeps, that a deeper wisdom is now on duty, the wisdom of the body's own healing rhythms, the wisdom that guides your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe without any conscious effort at all. As you invite this part of you to rest, feel what happens in your body. Feel the potential for a new kind of softness to emerge. A letting go that is not about giving up, but about giving over. Giving over the burden to the deep, restorative quiet of the night. You have done enough. You have carried enough. It is time to lay it all down. As we allow that exhausted inner sentinel to rest, Let's journey a little deeper into the heart of this fear. Because for so many, this fear is not just about the self. It is not a purely solitary terror. Woven deeply into its fabric is a profound and often unspoken fear of being a burden. Let's give voice to that selfless part of the fear tonight. It's the deep, aching thought that surfaces in the quietest hours. I don't want to cause pain for the people I love. This is a fear born not of selfishness, but of profound love and responsibility. You have spent your life being a provider, a caregiver, a source of strength and stability for others. You have been the one people turn to for advice, for comfort, for help. The idea of that role reversing in such a total and dependent way feels like a violation of your very identity. The thought of your partner having to help you with the most basic tasks, of your children having to manage your life, of your friends having to speak to you in simple, slow sentences. It can feel more painful than the thought of your own inner world fading. It's the fear of the look in their eyes, a mixture of love, sorrow, and exhaustion. You never want to be the cause of that look. This fear speaks to your deep desire to protect your loved ones, a desire that has been a driving force your entire life. Now, you fear becoming the very thing you always sought to shield them from, a source of sorrow, of difficulty, of unending responsibility. It feels like a betrayal of the promise you made to them, spoken or unspoken, to be a rock, a safe harbor. The fear of being a burden is the fear of your love becoming a heavy weight for others to carry. You imagine the financial strain, the emotional toll, the sheer physical exhaustion that caregiving can entail. You've seen it, perhaps with your own parents or with friends. You know the reality of it, and you say to yourself, "Not me. I will not do that to them." This is a testament to the depth of your empathy. You are feeling their imagined future pain so acutely that it becomes your own present suffering. This also connects to another fundamental human need, the need for independence and the dignity that comes with it. To be able to make your own choices, to manage your own affairs, to be the author of your own days. This is a cornerstone of adult identity. The fear is not just about losing memories, it's about losing agency. It's the fear of losing the right to say no. The fear of having decisions made for you, about you, without your full comprehension or consent. It is the fear of being treated like an object, a problem to be managed, rather than the complex, sovereign individual you have always been. The loss of dignity is a terrifying prospect. It's the fear of intimate moments of vulnerability being handled by strangers, of your personal history being reduced to a few notes on a medical chart. It's the fear of your expressed wishes being overridden because you are no longer deemed capable of knowing what is best for yourself. This strikes at the very core of our sense of self-worth. We believe our value is tied to our competence, our contribution, our ability to stand on our own 2 feet. And the thought of that value being stripped away, leaving us in a state of pure need, is a profound and understandable terror. But let's hold this fear up to the light for a moment and look at it from another angle. Think about the people you love most in this world, your partner, your children, your dearest friends. Now, imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if one of them were to face this challenge, this slow fading. Would you consider it a burden to care for them? Would you see them as a problem to be managed? Or would you see it as a final, sacred act of love? You would rise to the occasion. You would find strengths you never knew you had. You would hold their hand. You would protect their dignity with every fiber of your being. You would cherish the moments of connection, however fleeting. You would do it not out of obligation, but out of the deep well of love you have for them. It would be hard, yes. It would be heartbreaking, of course, but you would not turn away. The love you have for them would make the burden a privilege. A difficult, painful privilege, but a privilege nonetheless. The privilege of accompanying someone you love all the way to the end of their story. Now, can you allow for the possibility that the people who love you feel the exact same way about you? Can you entertain the idea that the love they have for you is just as fierce, just as resilient, just as unconditional as the love you have for them? The love you have poured into their lives for decades has not vanished. It has been invested. It has been woven into the very fabric of who they are. To care for you would not be a new burden. It would be the natural continuation of a lifelong conversation of love. It would be love's echo coming back to you. Your fear of being a burden is actually a profound expression of your love for them. It is not a neurotic worry. It is a sign of your deep character, your empathy, your lifelong commitment to being a force for good in their lives. So when this fear arises, instead of letting it consume you, perhaps you can see it for what it truly is. It is your love, terrified of causing pain. And you can say to it, I understand. You are here because I love them so much. And then you can gently remind yourself to trust their love too. Trust that the bonds you have built are strong enough to hold even the heaviest of sorrows. Trust that you have taught them, by your own example, how to love without condition. For tonight, release the need to protect them from a future that may never come. Entrust them and yourself to the strength of the love that connects you all. That love is more real, more powerful, and more enduring than any disease. It exists in a place beyond memory, beyond cognition. It is a force that holds you all, and it will not let you go. Lay down the weight of their imagined future. It is not yours to carry. Your only task tonight is to rest in the love that is here, right now. The love you have given, and the love that surrounds you, holding you safely in the dark. Let's take a deep breath together. A slow inhale, filling your lungs completely, and a long, gentle exhale, letting it all go. I want to be very clear about something. This fear that you carry, this deep dread of cognitive decline, is not an irrational anxiety. It is not a sign that something is wrong with you. In fact, your fear makes so much sense. It is a sane, human, and deeply logical response to the prospect of a profound loss. We live in a world that glorifies the mind. Our entire society is built upon the pillars of intellect, reason, memory, and wit. Our value is often measured by our sharpness, our productivity, our ability to articulate complex thoughts. Your mind has been your greatest ally, your most trusted tool. It has navigated you through every challenge of your life. It has helped you learn, grow, build relationships, create a career, and understand the world. It is the architect of your identity, the librarian of your memories, the voice of your inner world. To fear its decline is not neurotic. It is proportional. The depth of your fear is simply a reflection of the immense value you place on your consciousness. It is a testament to how deeply you cherish your life, your mind, and your connections. A person who did not value these things would not feel this fear so acutely. Your fear is, in a way, a measure of your love for the life you have built. It is a sign of your engagement with the world, your appreciation for the beauty of a sharp thought, a clear memory, a witty conversation. So please, let go of any self-judgment you might have about this. Release the idea that you should be stronger or more positive. Your fear is not a weakness. It is a sign of your humanity. It is the sound of your love for your own precious, unique, and irreplaceable self. And it is crucial for you to know that you are not alone in this. In the quiet darkness of millions of bedrooms around the world, thoughtful, loving, intelligent people are lying awake with this very same dread resting on their chests. This is a modern fear, born of our success. We have extended the lifespan of the body, but the mind, in some cases, struggles to keep pace. We are living long enough to witness and contemplate its potential frailties in a way previous generations rarely did. You are part of a massive silent fellowship of people who are grappling with this existential question. Doctors, poets, scientists, teachers, parents, people from every walk of life. They share this secret with you. When you feel that jolt of panic after forgetting a word, know that millions of others felt that same jolt today. When you feel the creeping dread while reading an article about brain health, know that millions of others are sharing that same apprehension. There is a strange comfort in this shared humanity. It normalizes your experience. It takes it out of the realm of a personal, isolated pathology and places it within the broad, collective experience of being a conscious human being in this day and age. You are not broken. You are not uniquely cursed. You are simply awake and aware, and you are facing one of the great difficult questions of a long life. The fear makes sense because it is a form of grief. It is anticipatory grief. You are mourning a potential loss, the loss of the self you have always known. Grief is not an illness to be cured. It is a natural process to be honored. It is the heart's response to loss, or the threat of loss. And just as we would not tell someone grieving a death to just get over it, we must not say that to the part of ourselves that is grieving this potential future. We must treat it with tenderness, with respect, with compassion. We must allow it the space to be felt. By validating your fear, by acknowledging its legitimacy, you stop fighting with yourself. You end the internal war. The part of you that is scared is no longer in opposition to the part of you that thinks it should be fearless. They can coexist. You can be both afraid and courageous. You can be both anxious and peaceful. You are vast enough to hold these apparent contradictions. Consider this. Your fear is also a sign of your imagination and your capacity for abstract thought. You are able to project yourself into a potential future and imagine what it would feel like. This is a highly sophisticated cognitive function. An animal does not lie awake, worrying about its future cognitive state. This fear is a uniquely human experience, born from the very same mind you are afraid of losing. There is a beautiful, tragic irony in that. The mind is capable of conceiving of its own demise. So when this fear visits you, as it likely will again, perhaps you can meet it differently. Instead of recoiling from it or trying to push it away, you might greet it with a quiet, knowing acknowledgement. You could say to it, "Ah, you are here again. I understand why. You are the sound of my love for my life. You are the proof that I cherish my mind. You make sense." This simple act of validation can be transformative. It drains the fear of its toxic, frantic energy It takes the panic out of it and leaves behind a more manageable, more understandable emotion, like sorrow or concern. And sorrow we can handle. Concern we can work with. It is the raw, unnamed, unvalidated terror that sends us spiraling. So let this be a moment of deep self-acceptance. You are a thoughtful human being facing a profound mystery. Your fear is a badge of your love, a testament to your depth, a sign of your sanity in a world that asks us to contemplate the unthinkable. You are okay, exactly as you are, with all your fears and all your strength. Allow this validation to be a soothing balm, quieting the inner critic and allowing a deeper, more compassionate presence to emerge. This presence has been here all along, waiting patiently beneath the noise of the fear. The presence that simply says, "Yes, this is hard, and I am here with you through it all." Now that we have met the fear with understanding and compassion, let's gently introduce a new idea. A thought that may feel foreign at first, but which holds the key to a deeper and more resilient peace. It is a simple yet profound statement. You are more than your mind. For your entire life, you have likely identified almost completely with your thoughts, your memories, your intellect. When you say the word I, you are usually referring to this thinking, remembering, planning part of yourself. We say I think, I remember, I decided. The mind has been the captain of your ship, the chief executive officer of your life, and it has done a remarkable job. It is a beautiful, intricate, and powerful tool. It can compose symphonies, design spacecraft, write poetry, and tell jokes. It can hold the memory of your first love and the recipe for your grandmother's soup. We must have the utmost respect and gratitude for the mind. But a tool, no matter how magnificent, is not the entirety of the one who wields it. You are not the hammer. You are the carpenter. You are not the computer. You are the user. You are not the mind. You are the silent, aware presence that experiences the mind. Let's explore this with an analogy. Imagine the ocean. On the surface, there are waves. These waves are constantly changing. Sometimes they are small and gentle, lapping at the shore. At other times, they are huge, powerful, and stormy. They crash and churn. The surface of the ocean is never the same from one moment to the next. These waves are like your thoughts and memories. They are the activity of your mind, constantly appearing, changing form, and disappearing. Thoughts of joy, thoughts of fear, memories of childhood, plans for tomorrow. These are the waves. They are real. They have energy, and they create the weather of your mental and emotional life. Now, if you believed you were only the waves, you would live in a constant state of instability. Your sense of self would be entirely dependent on the ever-changing conditions of the surface. On a calm day, you would feel peaceful. On a stormy day, you would feel terrified and overwhelmed, in danger of crashing against the rocks. This is how most of us live, identifying with the surface activity of our minds. But the ocean is not just its surface waves. The ocean is also the vast, silent, powerful depth beneath. Down in the deep, there is a profound stillness. The storms on the surface cannot touch the deep. The light and darkness at the surface do not change the fundamental nature of the deep ocean. It is always there, holding the waves, allowing them to be as they are, but remaining utterly undisturbed by them. It is immense, mysterious, and full of a quiet, unshakable power. This deep, silent, unchanging part of the ocean is a metaphor for the core of who you are, your essence, your consciousness, the part of you that is simply aware. This awareness was present when you were a small child, looking at the world with wonder. It was present during your teenage years, with all their turmoil and discovery. It was present through every triumph and every sorrow of your adult life. The thoughts, feelings, and memories have changed constantly, like the waves. But the silent, aware presence that witnessed it all, that has never changed, it has always been here. This is the part of you that is deeper than cognitive function. Memories can fade. The speed of your thoughts can slow. But the awareness that notices the fading, the presence that is conscious of the slowing, that awareness itself remains. Think about it. To know that a memory is gone, something must be there to notice its absence. To be aware of confusion, a clear, lucid awareness must be present to witness the confusion. This witnessing presence is the real you. It is the silent, background awareness that is reading these words right now, not just with your mind, but with your entire being. This is not just a philosophical idea. You can experience it directly. Right now, become aware of the sounds in your room, the hum of an appliance, the distant sound of a car, the sound of your own breathing. Your mind might label these sounds, but who is it that is aware of the sound itself before the label? Now, become aware of the feeling of the blanket against your skin. Your mind might think, this is soft, or I am warm. But who is aware of the raw sensation of touch before the thought about it arises? That is the deeper you, the silent, ever-present I-amness. The mind is an activity that happens within you. It is not the totality of you, just as the weather happens within the sky, but is not the sky itself. The sky allows the clouds, the sun, the rain, the storms to pass through it, but it is not defined by them. It remains the vast open space in which everything happens. Your essence, your true self, is like that sky. The fear of dementia is the fear of the clouds becoming chaotic and dark. But you are not the clouds. You are the sky that holds them. This is a radical shift in identity. It is a movement from identifying with the changing contents of your mind to identifying with the changeless container of awareness itself. Gently planting this seed of an idea is all we need to do tonight. You don't have to fully grasp it or believe it. Just allow it as a possibility. What if the most essential part of you, the part that loves and feels and is, does not reside in the fragile network of your neurons? What if your true nature is indestructible, untouchable by time and circumstance? What if, no matter what happens to the waves on the surface, the deep, silent peace of the ocean beneath remains your true home? Just resting with this question can begin to loosen the grip of the fear. The fear is based on a case of mistaken identity. It assumes you are the fragile, changing mind. But there is a growing wisdom within you that knows better. A wisdom that is gently whispering, you are so much more than that. Allow that whisper to be your lullaby tonight. With this new possibility gently held in our awareness, the possibility that we are the vast ocean, not just the fleeting waves, we can now begin to do something that previously felt impossible. We can begin to release the need to know. We can grant ourselves permission to put down the crushing burden of trying to control the uncontrollable future. For so long, the mind has been wrestling with the future, trying to pin it down, trying to force it to reveal its secrets. It runs endless simulations, playing out worst-case scenarios, hoping that if it can just anticipate every possible negative outcome, it can somehow prevent them. This is the mind's fundamental strategy. To know is to control, and to control is to be safe. But this strategy is based on a profound illusion. The future is, by its very nature, unknowable. It does not exist, yet. It is pure potential. Trying to control it is like trying to grab a fistful of mist. The more you clench your hand, the more it slips through your fingers, leaving you with nothing but an aching, empty palm. This desperate need to know, to be certain, is the very source of our suffering. It is the engine of anxiety. Tonight, we can choose a different path. Not a path of giving up in despair, but a path of wisely and courageously letting go. It is an act of profound trust. Trust in what? Not in a guaranteed outcome of a long and healthy life. Not in a promise that your fears will not come to pass. No, the trust is deeper than that. It is trust in your own essence, in the part of you that is more than the mind. It is the trust that the deep, silent ocean of your being has the capacity to handle whatever waves may come. You have met every single challenge of your life up to this moment. You have survived every loss, every heartbreak, every fear. The awareness within you, that core self, has been the constant witness, and it has proven its resilience time and time again. The letting go we are speaking of is a conscious choice to trust that this resilience will continue to be there for you, no matter what the future holds. Let's try this with the breath. The breath is a perfect teacher of letting go. With every inhale, you receive the gift of life. You take in the air that you need. But then, you must let it go. You cannot hold on to the inhale. If you tried, you would suffocate. The exhale is a necessary release, a letting go that creates the space for the next life-giving breath to arrive. Life is a rhythm of receiving and releasing. Anxiety is the attempt to constantly inhale without ever fully exhaling. It is the holding on, the bracing, the clenching. Peace is found in the trust of the exhale. So, right now, let's take a conscious breath dedicated to this release. Take a comfortable inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to imagine that you are releasing all the what-ifs. With that single out-breath, you are releasing the future back into the mystery from which it comes. What if I forget my children's names? Exhale. Let it go. What if I become a burden? Exhale. Release it to the universe. What if I lose myself completely? Exhale. Let it go. You are not answering the questions. You are not solving the problems. You are simply letting go of the need to carry them right now. You are releasing them from your mind, from your body, from your spirit, and allowing them to dissolve into the vast, open space of this present moment. Each exhale is an act of surrender. Surrender is not weakness. It is a form of profound wisdom. It is the recognition that some things are simply not yours to control. And in that recognition lies an incredible freedom. Think of it this way. Imagine you have been holding a heavy stone in your hand for years. You have been clenching your fist around it, gripping it so tightly that your knuckles are white and your arm aches from your shoulder to your fingertips. You've been holding it for so long, you've forgotten you even have a choice. The stone is your fear of the future. The clenching is your attempt to control it. The pain in your arm is the anxiety and exhaustion that this effort creates. You believe that holding this stone is what's keeping you safe, that if you drop it, something terrible will happen. But what if the opposite is true? What if the act of holding the stone is the very thing that is causing you pain? What if the only thing that needs to happen is for you to simply open your hand? Let's do that now, metaphorically. In your mind's eye, see your hand clenched around this heavy, rough stone. Feel the tension in your fingers, your wrist, your forearm. Acknowledge the effort. And now, very slowly, begin to unfurl your fingers, one by one. Feel the release of tension as you begin to open your palm. The stone is still there, resting in your open hand. You are not throwing it away or denying its existence. You are simply no longer gripping it. You are no longer fighting with it. You are allowing it to be what it is, just a stone. And now you can gently turn your hand over and let the stone roll away. It falls to the ground with a soft thud. And for the first time in years, your hand is empty. It is light. Blood can flow freely into your fingers again. You can feel the air on your palm. This is the feeling of release. This is what we are doing when we let go of the need to know the future. We are opening our clenched minds and letting the heavy stone of what if fall away. We are choosing the lightness and freedom of an open hand over the painful, exhausting grip of control. This doesn't mean you stop planning for the future in a practical sense. It means you stop trying to emotionally control it. You stop demanding certainty where none can be found. You allow the future to be a blank page, and you trust the author, that deeper, wiser part of you, to know what to write when the time comes. This release brings an incredible sense of peace. The vigilant guard in your mind can finally stand down. The soldier can finally rest. The war with uncertainty is over, and you have declared a truce. You are allowing life to be what it is, a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved. And in this open, trusting space, sleep can finally find you. Because sleep requires surrender. It requires letting go of the day, letting go of control, and trusting the night to hold you safely until morning. You are practicing for sleep right now. With every exhale, you are practicing the art of letting go. Having opened our hands and let go of the heavy stone of the future, we create a space, a quiet, empty space in the present moment. And into this space, we can invite a profound sense of safety. The anxious mind, which has been living almost exclusively in a terrifying, imagined future, can now be gently guided back home to the only time that is ever real, right here, right now. The future is a phantom. The past is a ghost. This moment is the only place you can ever truly be. And in this specific moment, as you lie here in your bed, you are absolutely, completely safe. Let's prove this to your nervous system, which doesn't understand abstract concepts. It only understands the language of the body, the language of sensation. So, let's shift our focus away from the world of thought and drop anchor in the physical reality of this moment. Bring your awareness to the feeling of the blankets covering you. Notice their weight. Is it a light, airy feeling, or a heavy, comforting pressure? Don't just think about it. Truly feel it. Feel the texture of the fabric against your skin. Is it soft, smooth, crisp? This sensation is happening right now. It is real. It is a fact. And in this fact, there is no danger. There is only the simple, neutral reality of touch. Now, bring your attention to the points of contact between your body and the mattress. Feel the back of your head resting on the pillow. Feel the weight of your shoulders sinking into the bed. Feel your hips, your legs, your heels. The mattress is holding you. It is supporting you fully. You are not floating in a void of terrifying possibilities. You are held, grounded, supported by a solid object in a real room. Let your body truly feel this support. Give your full weight over to it. Let the mattress take all of it. With every exhale, imagine yourself sinking just a little deeper, releasing a little more, trusting the surface beneath you a little more completely. This feeling of being held is deeply reassuring to the primal parts of our brain. It is a signal of safety, of security. It says, you can relax, you are contained, you are safe. Now, let's listen. What are the sounds of this present moment? Not the stories you tell yourself about the sounds, just the raw auditory information. Perhaps there is the low hum of the house settling, the whisper of air through a vent, the distant rumble of a passing car. Or maybe there is a profound silence. Whatever you hear, just let the sounds wash over you. They are simply vibrations in the air. They are the soundtrack of this safe and peaceful moment. You don't need to do anything about them. You don't need to analyze them. Just let your ears receive them. This is the sound of now. And in this sound of now, there is no threat. There is only being. And now, the most intimate and grounding sensation of all, your own breath. Feel the air as it enters your nostrils. Is it cool? Can you feel the subtle tickle as it passes through? Follow the breath as it travels down into your lungs. Feel the gentle expansion of your chest, your ribs, your belly. There is a moment of stillness at the top of the inhale, and then the release, the complete letting go of the exhale, the gentle contraction of your body as the air flows back out into the room. This rhythm is the most fundamental truth of your life in this moment. Inhale, exhale, rise, fall. This rhythm has been with you every second of your existence, a faithful, steady companion. It is the anchor that holds you in the present. Whenever the mind tries to pull you back into the stormy waters of what if, you can gently guide your attention back to this anchor. The feeling of the breath. It is always here, waiting for you. It is the path back home to the safety of the present. By focusing on these physical sensations, the blankets, the mattress, the sounds, the breath, you are accomplishing something incredibly important. You are shifting out of the conceptual, storytelling part of your brain, the neocortex, and dropping into the direct, experiential, present moment awareness of your deeper brain structures and your body itself. You are releasing the mental chatter and dropping into the quiet wisdom of the body. The body knows it is safe. It is the mind that creates the stories of danger. When you align your awareness with the direct evidence of your senses, you are providing your entire system with irrefutable proof that right here, right now, all is well. You are whole. You are breathing. You are warm. You are supported. These are the simple, profound truths of this moment. Let these truths be your refuge. This present moment is a sanctuary. It is a place you can always return to, no matter how chaotic the mind becomes. It is always available, always peaceful, always safe. You can train yourself to inhabit it more and more fully. Every time you consciously bring your awareness back to a physical sensation, you are strengthening this muscle of presence. You are carving a new neural pathway in your brain, the pathway that leads not to anxiety, but to peace. So rest here, in this sanctuary of now. There is nothing else you need to do, nothing to figure out, no future to control, no past to regret. There's only the feeling of this breath, moving in and out, the feeling of your body, heavy and relaxed, the quiet of this room, This moment is complete. It needs nothing to be added to it, and you are complete within it. You are safe. You are home. Allow this deep cellular feeling of safety to permeate every part of your being, soothing the frayed nerves, calming the racing heart, and inviting your entire system into a state of profound, healing rest. Resting here, in the safety of this present moment, let's gently explore another dimension of who you are, a dimension that exists far beyond the boundaries of your own skull. The fear we've been sitting with is centered on the loss of what is stored inside you, your memories, your cognitive abilities. But what if the truest, most lasting record of your life is not stored in your brain at all? What if your real legacy, the indelible essence of who you are, is stored in the world around you, woven into the very fabric of other people's lives? Let's consider what is truly indelible. What is the part of you that can never be erased, no matter what happens to your personal memory? It is the love you have given and the love you have received. Think of it this way. Love is not a memory. It is a force. It is an energy that you transmit from your being into the world. Every time you have offered a kind word to someone in distress, you have transmitted that energy. Every time you have held a friend's hand while they cried, you have transferred that comfort. Every time you have looked at your child with pure, unconditional love, you have imprinted that feeling onto their very soul. These acts of love are not just fleeting moments that you happen to remember. They are events that have happened in the universe. They have caused a change. They have left a residue. The comfort you offered a friend 10 years ago does not cease to exist if you can no longer recall the conversation. That comfort has been integrated into your friend's being. It became a part of their strength, a part of their resilience. It may have given them the courage to take a risk, or the solace to endure a hardship. Your act of love became a part of their life story. It is now stored in their memory, in their heart, in their nervous system. It is a part of who they are now. In this way, your love is not just your own. It has been given away, and it now lives and breathes in countless other people. Think of your life as a stone dropped into a still pond. The memories you hold in your mind are like the stone itself. But the impact of your life, the real legacy, is the ripples that spread out from that stone, touching every edge of the pond. The fear is focused on the stone sinking and being lost, but the ripples continue long after the stone has vanished from sight. They change the entire surface of the water. Your kindness to a stranger, a simple smile, or a held door may seem insignificant to you. You may have forgotten it seconds later. But for that person, on that particular day, it might have been the one small signal of hope that kept them going. That ripple continues, perhaps in their renewed patience with their own family that evening, or in a small act of kindness they, in turn, offered to someone else. You have started countless chains of positive cause and effect that you are completely unaware of. The legacy of your heart is not a static collection of memories. It is a dynamic, living force that is still active in the world right now, at this very moment. Your love is a force that already exists independently of your ability to recall it. It is an objective fact, written into the history of other people's hearts. The laughter you have shared, the wisdom you have imparted, the forgiveness you have extended. These things are not just data points in your brain. They are experiences that have shaped the emotional and spiritual landscape around you. You are a part of the ecosystem of humanity, and the nourishment you have provided to others continues to feed the forest. Whether you, the original tree, remember doing it or not, this is a profound and comforting truth. It means that the value of your life is not contingent on your cognitive health. Your worth is not measured by your recall. The essence of your being, your contribution to this world, is already secured. It has been safely deposited in the hearts of everyone you have ever touched. Imagine your children, or your partner, or your closest friends. When they think of you, what do they feel? They don't just access a database of your shared memories. They feel a presence. They feel the accumulated warmth of 1,000 small kindnesses. They feel the sense of safety you created for them. They feel the echo of your laughter in their own. This feeling, this presence of you that lives inside them, is indelible. It cannot be taken from them. Even if you were to change completely, the you that helped form them is a permanent part of their architecture. They are, in a very real sense, living archives of your love. They are your legacy, walking and breathing in the world. So, when the fear arises that you will be forgotten, or that your life will lose its meaning, you can gently remind yourself of this. The most important parts of you are already safe, held in the trust of the world. You have spent a lifetime giving your gifts away. You have planted seeds of love and kindness in 1,000 different gardens. You do not need to stand guard over them anymore. They are growing on their own now, nurtured by the soil you helped enrich. Rest in this knowledge. Let it soothe the part of you that is so afraid of disappearing. You cannot disappear. You are woven too deeply into the tapestry of the world. The threads of your love, your compassion, and your courage are holding it together in ways you will never fully comprehend. Your life is not a private performance, judged by your own memory of it. It is a public work of art, and its beauty is reflected in the eyes of all who have known you. Let go of the need to be the sole curator of your own museum. The exhibits are already on display in the best possible galleries, the living hearts of others. Building on this understanding that your legacy lives outside of you, let's now widen the lens even further. The fear we are addressing tends to have a very narrow focus. It fixates with laser-like intensity on a potential ending. It takes one possible feared final chapter and allows it to define the entire story. But your life is not its final chapter. Your life is the entire, sprawling, magnificent volume. It is every page, every word, every single letter from the moment of your birth until this very moment, right now. Tonight, let's consciously and lovingly honor the whole story. Let's turn our attention away from that one feared paragraph at the end, and instead, let's marvel at the richness of the complete tapestry you have woven over decades. Think, for a moment, of your life as a vast and intricate tapestry. It is not a single monochrome cloth. It is a work of breathtaking complexity, woven with threads of every imaginable color and texture. There are threads of brilliant shining gold, moments of pure, unadulterated joy, the day you met your partner, the birth of a child, a moment of profound success or recognition, the sound of uncontrollable laughter with a friend. These golden threads catch the light and shimmer with a beauty that is undeniable. They are woven deeply into your story. Then there are the threads of deep somber blue and gray. These are the times of sorrow, of loss, of grief, the passing of a loved one. the pain of a broken heart, the sting of failure or disappointment. These threads are not beautiful in the same way as the gold, but they give the tapestry its depth, its contrast, its meaning. Without the dark threads, the bright ones would not shine so brilliantly. These threads represent your resilience, your capacity to endure, to feel deeply, and to heal. They are a testament to the strength of your heart. There are threads of fiery red, moments of passion, of anger, of fierce conviction, times you stood up for what you believed in, times you fought for someone you loved. These threads are the pulse of your vitality, your life force, your engagement with the world. And there are threads of soft, gentle green, times of growth, of learning, of quiet peace, a walk in nature, the satisfaction of mastering a new skill, the quiet contentment of a peaceful evening at home. These are the threads of renewal and tranquility. All of these threads, and countless others, the rough, tweedy threads of hard work, the silky threads of intimacy, the tangled knots of confusion, the sturdy cords of friendship, are all woven together to create the unique and unrepeatable masterpiece that is your life. The fear that you hold is the fear that some of the final threads might become frayed or unraveled. And it obsesses over this possibility, staring at that one small corner of the tapestry until it forgets the vast, magnificent whole. But the truth of who you are is not in that one corner. The truth of who you are is in the entire completed work. It is in the interplay of all the colors, the richness of all the textures, the complete and finished pattern. This complete, rich story is the truth of who you are right now. It is a fact. It has already happened. It is woven into the fabric of time and cannot be undone. Your life is not defined by its potential ending, any more than a great novel is defined by its final sentence. A novel is defined by its characters, its plot, its themes, its emotional journey, the world it creates. The final sentence merely concludes it. The value, the meaning, the beauty, all of that is contained in the body of the work. And the body of your life's work is already immense. You are not a blank slate, waiting to be defined by a future illness. You are a person who has already loved, already learned, already struggled, already triumphed, already been. This person, the one who has lived for decades, the one who has accumulated all this experience and wisdom, is the real you, and that person cannot be erased. So, let's honor that person tonight. The complete person you are and have been. Honor the young child in you, with all their innocence and wonder. Honor the teenager, with their awkwardness and passionate ideals. Honor the young adult, striving to make their way in the world. Honor the mature adult, who has navigated the complexities of love, work, and family. Honor the person you are right now, with all the wisdom and perspective that only years of living can bestow. All of these versions of you are part of the whole. They all live within you. Your identity is not a fragile thing of the present moment. It is a deep, layered, and robust reality built over a lifetime. When the fear narrows your focus to that one scary future, gently and consciously widen the lens. Bring to mind a memory from your 20s, a moment of freedom, of possibility. Feel what that felt like. Now bring to mind a memory from your 40s, a moment of responsibility, of deep love, of accomplishment. Feel the substance of that. Now bring to mind a moment from just last year, a simple moment of peace or connection. By doing this, you are reminding yourself of the vastness of your own story. You are stepping out of the small, dark room of fear and into the grand library of your own life. And you see that the volume is thick, it is full, it is rich, and no single difficult chapter at the end can ever diminish the power of the story that has already been told. Your life is not a pass-fail exam where the final question determines your entire grade. It is a long and beautiful journey, and its value is in the journey itself. Every step, every stumble, every breathtaking view along the way. Rest in the totality of your life. Let it hold you. You are so much more than your fear of the future. You are the whole, magnificent, unrepeatable story of your past and present, and that is a story worth celebrating. That is a story that is already complete, already whole, and already a profound success. Having honored the vastness of your life story, we arrive now at a place of quiet truth, a place that can feel both challenging and liberating. It is the acceptance of a fundamental reality of existence, the reality of uncertainty. So much of our anxiety comes from fighting this reality, from demanding answers that life simply does not provide. We want to know, with absolute certainty, that we and our loved ones will be safe. We want a guarantee. But this is a promise that life has never made to anyone at any time in history. Peace is not found in achieving certainty. If it were, no one would ever be at peace, because certainty is an illusion. True, deep, and lasting peace is found in our ability to be with uncertainty. It is found in our capacity to trust ourselves to meet what comes, whatever it may be. This is a radical shift in perspective. It's moving from a position of, I will be okay if I know what's coming, to a position of, I will be okay because I can trust the core of my being to respond with grace, no matter what's coming. The first is a life of constant fear, because you will never know for sure. The second is a life of quiet confidence, because you are placing your faith not in external outcomes, but in your own inner resources. You have already demonstrated this capacity countless times. Think of all the unexpected turns your life has taken, the challenges you never saw coming, the losses that felt insurmountable, the joys that arrived out of the blue. You did not have a script for any of it, but you met each moment. You adapted, you learned, you grieved, you celebrated, you survived. You became the person you are today, not because your life went according to a certain plan, but precisely because it didn't. You developed strength by lifting heavy, unexpected weights. You developed compassion by having your own heart broken. You developed wisdom by navigating through confusion. Your ability to live with uncertainty is not a new skill you need to acquire. It is a proven strength you already possess. You've been doing it your entire life. The fear of dementia is a profound form of uncertainty. It is the ultimate, I don't know. But what if we could reframe that uncertainty? Right now, the mind sees uncertainty as a threat. It sees the open, unknown future as a dark and menacing void into which you could fall at any moment. But what if uncertainty is not a void? What if, instead, it is an open space? A space of possibility, a space where grace can enter. When a story is already written, when the future is set in stone, there is no room for miracles. There is no room for unexpected healing, for new discoveries, for moments of surprising clarity, for shifts in perspective. It is only in the open space of uncertainty that these things can occur. By demanding certainty, we are, in a way, closing the door to grace. We are telling the universe, I only want the future I have planned, the one I can control. But the universe is far more creative than our limited minds. By accepting uncertainty, we are opening the door. We are saying, I do not know what will happen, and I am open to all possibilities, including those that are better than I can currently imagine. This does not mean we engage in wishful thinking or denial. It means we hold the possibilities of both sorrow and joy with an open heart. We acknowledge that our worst fears could come true. And we also acknowledge that a future we cannot even conceive of, a future with its own unexpected forms of peace and connection, could also come true. We simply allow ourselves to rest in the don't know, without needing to collapse into either terror or fantasy. It is the peace of the middle way, the peace of standing on the earth, feeling the solid ground beneath your feet, while looking up at a sky full of unpredictable weather. You are not the weather. You are the one standing on the ground, witnessing it, and you trust your ability to find shelter if a storm comes. Let's embody this feeling of trust. You have the capacity to find peace, even when you don't have the answers. Let that sink in. Your peace is not dependent on external information. It is an internal state of being. It is the quiet stillness of the deep ocean, which is at peace regardless of the storm on the surface. You can cultivate this peace by returning again and again to the anchor of the present moment. The future is uncertain, but this breath is certain. It is happening right now. The feeling of the pillow beneath your head, that is certain. It is happening right now. Your peace is found in returning to what is simple, tangible, and true in this very moment. In this moment, you do have the answer. And the answer is, right now, I am breathing. Right now, I am safe. That is enough. That is everything. Let go of the need to be a fortune teller. Let go of the exhausting job of trying to map out a territory that has not yet been formed. You are the explorer, not the map maker. You will discover the path one step at a time, and you can trust that you will have the inner resources, the courage, the love, the resilience, the support of others, to handle the terrain of each step as it arrives. Not the step 10 miles down the road, but this one, right now. And this step, right now, is simply to rest, to let go, to trust. You are entrusting yourself not to a specific outcome, but to the process of life itself. You are making peace with the great mystery. And in that peace, you will find a strength that certainty could never give you. It is the strength of a tree that bends in the wind, rather than a rigid stone tower that cracks under pressure. It is the fluid, adaptable, and resilient strength of water, which finds its way around any obstacle. Allow yourself to feel this flexible, trusting strength within you now. It is the quiet confidence of your soul. Now let's journey inward, past the busy surface of the thinking mind, to connect directly with this core of peace and trust we have been speaking of. Let's move from understanding the idea of our deeper essence to feeling its reality within us. This is not an exercise of imagination, but of direct experience, of sensing what is already here. So, allow your eyes to be softly closed if they aren't already. Let your body be heavy, sinking into the support beneath you. We are going on a gentle journey, not to a faraway place, but to the very center of your own being. Begin by noticing the flow of your thoughts. Just for a moment, be aware of the mental chatter, thoughts about the day, worries about tomorrow, fragments of conversations, images, and ideas. See them as clouds drifting through the sky of your mind. You don't need to stop them or engage with them. Simply notice that they are there, a constant stream of activity. This is the mind at work. This is the surface of the ocean. Now, ask yourself a simple, quiet question. Who is it that is aware of these thoughts? There are the thoughts, and then there is the one who is watching the thoughts. There is the traffic, and there is the silent witness on the side of the road, watching the cars go by. Can you feel that distinction? You are not the thoughts themselves. You are the awareness in which the thoughts appear. Gently, let your attention shift from the content of the thoughts to this background of awareness itself. It's a subtle shift. It's like becoming more interested in the silence between the notes of a song than in the notes themselves. Or becoming aware of the screen on which a movie is playing, rather than just being lost in the movie. This awareness is silent. It has no opinion. It doesn't judge the thoughts as good or bad. It simply allows them to be. It is a vast, open, peaceful space. Can you feel the quality of this space? It is calm. It is still. It is unchanging. This is the core of you. This is the feeling of I am. Not I am this or I am that. Not I'm a person who remembers this or I am a person who is good at that. Just the simple, profound, foundational feeling of existence. I am. This feeling has no words. It is a direct, intuitive knowing. It has been with you your entire life. It was here before your first memory was formed, and it is here now. It is the constant, the one thing that has never changed. The body has changed. The personality has changed. The thoughts have changed. But the silent, aware presence that witnesses it all has remained the same. This core self is the witness, the observer. It is untouched by the coming and going of thoughts or memories, just as the deep ocean is untouched by the waves on the surface. Let yourself rest in this feeling of pure being. There is nothing to do here, nothing to achieve. You are simply returning home to yourself. This place can feel incredibly peaceful, incredibly safe. This is because it is your true nature. It is the part of you that is eternal and secure. Let's deepen this connection. Place a hand gently on your heart, on the center of your chest. Feel the warmth of your hand. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Let your awareness sink into this area, the heart space. This is often where we feel our deepest sense of self resides. As you breathe, imagine you are breathing into and out from this space. With each inhale, feel this center filling with a sense of peace, of stillness. With each exhale, let go of any tension, any thought, and sink deeper into this core of quiet presence. This is the part of you that loves. Love, in its purest form, is not a thought or an emotion that comes and goes. It is a quality of this core being. It is a deep, unconditional acceptance. This loving presence within you does not depend on your mind's ability to function perfectly. It simply is. It is the source of all the love you have ever given. From this place of deep, silent awareness, you can look upon the anxious, thinking mind with the utmost compassion. You can see it as a frightened child, trying so hard to make sense of the world and keep you safe. From here, you are not caught in its panic. You are the wise, loving parent, holding that frightened child, assuring it that everything is okay. You can say to your mind, I see you. I hear your fears. Thank you for your efforts. But now you can rest. I am here. This deeper, silent self is here, and it is strong enough to hold us both. This inner connection is your greatest resource. It is your ultimate sanctuary. The more you practice returning to this space, the easier it will become to access it even during the day when your mind is busy. It becomes a wellspring of peace that you can draw from at any time. It is a reminder that no matter how turbulent the waves of thought and life may become, the depth of your ocean is always, always calm. So, for these last few moments, just be with this feeling, the quiet, aware, peaceful presence that you are. It is not something you have to create. It is something you simply have to recognize. It has been waiting for you, patiently, beneath the noise of your mind. This is the real you, the indestructible you, the you that is safe, whole, and complete, right now and always. Let this feeling be the foundation on which you rest tonight. It is a foundation that cannot be shaken. Now, as we rest in this deep connection to our silent, aware core, it is time to prepare the entire system for profound, healing rest. We have journeyed through the fear, we have honored the whole story, and we have found our anchor in the present moment. The work is done for tonight. Now is the time for surrender. Now is the time for sleep. Let's return to that hypervigilant part of the mind, the sentinel that has been on guard for so long. We have thanked it and acknowledged its hard work, but simply telling it to rest can sometimes be ineffective. A part of the mind that is used to being busy, that believes its activity is essential for survival, can find it difficult to simply switch off. So, instead of ordering it into silence, we are going to give it a new job. A very simple, very soothing, and very important job. We are going to entrust it with the task of simply watching the breath. This is a job it can do with ease. It requires no analysis, no planning, no memory. It is a task of pure, simple observation. So, you can say to this active part of your mind, your new and only job for the rest of the night is to be the guardian of the breath. I want you to simply notice the gentle, rhythmic rise and fall of the body. That is all. You are to be a silent watcher at the gate of the breath. Feel your body breathing, a gentle inhale, a soft pause, and a complete exhale. The mind's new job is to follow this rhythm, like watching a gentle tide ebb and flow. As the belly or chest rises on the inhale, the mind simply notes, rising. As it falls on the exhale, the mind simply notes, falling, rising, and falling. This simple task occupies the mind just enough to keep it from wandering off into worry. It gives the sentinel a focus, a purpose, but the focus is so gentle, so rhythmic, so hypnotic, that it naturally lulls the mind towards a state of tranquility. It is a job that leads directly to its own obsolescence. As the mind follows the breath, it becomes calmer, slower, quieter. The space between the thoughts grows longer, rising and falling. There is nothing to solve in this rhythm. There is no danger. It is the simple, beautiful rhythm of life itself. And by focusing on it, the mind begins to absorb its peaceful qualities. Now, we can offer a deep reassurance to the subconscious, the part of you that orchestrates the descent into sleep. The subconscious will only allow you to let go fully if it feels fundamentally safe. The fear we have been exploring is a deep signal of unsafety, and it can keep the subconscious on high alert, preventing the release into sleep. So now, we speak directly to that deeper part of ourselves. You can silently affirm, it is safe to let go now. The work is done. This deeper essence, this silent, aware presence that I have connected with, will remain watchful. It does not sleep. It is the ever-present ground of my being. While the thinking mind and the tired body rest and restore, this core self remains. It is the ultimate safety. This is a crucial reassurance. You are not letting go into a void. You are not becoming nothing. You are letting go into the arms of your own deepest nature. You are releasing the small, anxious self into the vast, peaceful self. It is a homecoming. Your body has been waiting for this permission to rest. It knows how to heal. Sleep is the body's most profound healing state. During deep sleep, your brain cleanses itself, flushing out metabolic waste products. Your cells repair themselves. Your hormones rebalance. Your emotional centers process the experiences of the day. All of this happens automatically, intelligently, without any conscious effort from you. Your only job is to get out of the way, to grant permission, to create the conditions of safety and trust that allow this ancient, innate healing intelligence to do its work. By letting go of the mental struggle, you are finally allowing your body the peace it needs to do its miraculous, restorative work. The work is done for tonight. Let that phrase echo in your being. The work is done. The worrying is done. The analyzing is done. The planning is done. The self-testing is done. You have carried the load of the day, and you have carried the heavy burden of this fear. And now, you have arrived at the threshold of the night. At this threshold, you must lay your burdens down. You cannot carry them into the sacred land of sleep. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, calm, and peaceful lake. The water is perfectly still, reflecting the soft light of the moon. All of your worries, your fears, your to-do lists are like heavy stones in your pockets. Before you can enter the healing waters of the lake, you must empty your pockets. One by one, take out each stone and let it go. Let it drop onto the shore. You can pick them up again in the morning if you must, but for tonight, you must leave them behind. Feel the lightness in your being as you release each one. Your body becomes lighter. Your mind becomes clearer. You are now ready to enter the water. You are ready to entrust yourself to rest. There is a deep wisdom in knowing when to stop, when to cease striving, and that time is now. You have done enough. You are enough. And now, all that is required is to allow the gentle currents of sleep to pull you away from the shore of wakefulness into the deep, quiet, healing waters of the night. And so, you allow. There is nothing left to do but to drift, to float, to gently descend into a profound state of peace. The language now begins to slow down. The words become softer, with longer and longer pauses between them. This is a time for receiving, not for thinking. Just let the sound of my voice be a gentle current, carrying you effortlessly into the quiet depths of your own being. Imagine yourself now, floating on your back, in a vast, calm sea of tranquility. The water is perfectly warm, the temperature of your own skin. You feel weightless, completely supported. Above you is a soft, velvety night sky, dotted with distant, gentle stars. You are safe. You are held. There is nothing but peace all around you. And now, you begin to notice that you are not just floating. You are slowly and gently drifting down, sinking in the most pleasant and peaceful way imaginable. You are descending through soft, supportive layers, like clouds made of pure peace. As you pass through the first layer, a soft, silver cloud, it draws away from you all the remaining tension in your body. Feel it now, as this cloud gently absorbs any tightness in your scalp, your forehead, and your jaw. It takes the weight from your shoulders, the strain from your back, the tightness from your hands and your feet. Your body grows limp and heavy, wonderfully heavy and relaxed. You sink deeper and deeper, all physical tension dissolving away into the silver cloud behind you. Now you drift down through a second layer, a soft blue cloud. This cloud is the cloud of emotional release. As you pass through it, it gently draws from you any lingering feelings of sadness or anxiety or frustration from the day. You don't need to analyze them. You simply let them be absorbed by this soft blue light. Your heart feels lighter, more open. A sense of calm acceptance washes over you. You are leaving the emotional weather of the day behind and sinking into a space of pure, quiet serenity. Deeper and deeper you go, feeling more peaceful with every breath. And now you descend through a third layer, a beautiful golden cloud of light. This is the cloud of the thinking mind. As you drift through it, it gently quiets the inner chatter. The stream of thoughts becomes slower and slower, the words dissolving before they can even form. Plans for tomorrow, memories of yesterday, they all melt away into this warm, golden light. Your mind becomes clear and spacious, like the vast night sky above. There is only stillness now, a profound, deep, and healing stillness. You are sinking beyond thought into a realm of pure being. We are going to deepen this relaxation now with a gentle countdown from 5 down to 1. With each number, you will allow yourself to sink twice as deep into the state of perfect peace and profound rest. 5. Letting go completely now, releasing the last remnants of control, trusting the process, trusting the night. Your body is heavy, your mind is quiet. You are beginning to drift on the very edge of sleep, so peaceful, so calm. 4. Sinking deeper now, down, down, into a wonderful state of serene detachment. The outside world is fading away. The sounds of the room are distant and unimportant. The only thing that matters is this feeling of deep, profound comfort. You are so very relaxed. 3. Halfway there now, drifting down past the point of no return. Sleep is so close now. You can feel its gentle pull. It feels so natural, so welcoming. It is a relief to let go, a relief to surrender to this deep, healing rest. Your breathing is slow and rhythmic. Your heart is calm. You are perfectly safe. 2. Almost there. You're so deep now, so far away from the waking world. You're floating in an ocean of deep peace. A vast, warm, silent space. There are no thoughts, no worries, no sense of time, only a feeling of pure, blissful being. You are on the very threshold of sleep. 1. You are there now, deep, deep asleep, or so close that the distinction no longer matters. You are in the sanctuary, the place of healing, the place of restoration. You have arrived. There is nothing left to do but allow the night to work its magic, to heal your body, calm your heart, and restore your soul. You have done so well. Now, just rest. There's nothing left to do now but to allow. Allow the gentle waves of sleep to wash over you, each one carrying you deeper into peace. Your body knows what to do. Your soul knows how to rest. There is no effort required. You are simply floating, drifting, in a warm, dark, silent sea of tranquility. It is a place beyond words, beyond thought, a place of pure restoration. Every cell in your body is drinking in this peace, absorbing this quiet. Healing is happening now. on the deepest of levels. All the questions we have explored tonight, all the fears, they belong to another world, the world of the waking mind. You are no longer in that world. You have journeyed beyond it, to a place where such questions do not exist. Here, there is only being, only rest. What is a self, truly? Is it the story we tell ourselves? The collection of memories we hold so dear? Or is it something more? Something silent? Something that simply witnesses the story? Does the ocean forget the shape of a wave once it has returned to the whole? And does it matter? The wave was never separate from the ocean to begin with. Its brief, beautiful dance on the surface was just the ocean expressing itself for a moment. Your essence is whole. Your life has been a beautiful expression of that wholeness, a unique and unrepeatable dance of energy. The memory of the dance is not the dance itself. The truth of the dance is in the movement, the living, the loving, and that is already complete. It can never be undone. Your heart is known. The love you have given is a permanent part of the universe. It has been received and integrated and passed on. It exists in the hearts of others, a quiet, steady warmth. That is your true legacy. It is safe. It is eternal. It does not depend on your mind to keep it alive. You are safe. You are held by something so much larger than your fears. Call it life. Call it consciousness. Call it love. It is the very fabric of existence, and you are a cherished part of it. You are not separate from it. You are being breathed by it. You are being held by it, always. And so, sleep is coming now, so naturally, so peacefully. It is not something you must do, but something that is being done for you. It is a gift, a grace. Allow yourself to receive this gift now. Let go of the last thread of awareness and fall gently into the deep, soft, welcoming darkness. There is nothing to fear here. This is the darkness of the womb, the darkness of the rich earth where seeds grow. It is the darkness of healing, of renewal, of profound and total rest. Just rest now. Let go. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep.